Southern Cameroonians. This is King Etchu. It's something that I just wanted to say. As a matter of fact, there's one thing that Southern Cameroonians have not understood about this revolution. It doesn't matter if we have a president, an active president, or an interim president, or what kind of leader, frontline leaders, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if we have a governing institution or multiple governing institutions. The fact remains this: if we do not win this revolution, all that shit will amount to nothing, to zero, to zip, nada. It won't. If we don't win this revolution, or after we lose this revolution, based on our freaking characteristics of multiple personalities with different types of leaders and egos flying all around. If we don't win this revolution, Southern Cameroonians, everything that we do wouldn't matter. It will mean shit. You know what I'm saying? So the goal is to win this revolution. And how do we do that? To tell the truth, none of the leaders know how to do that. From the Dr. Sako to Ayabacho to all the frontline leaders. Nobody knows what they don't have a clue, they don't have an understanding, they don't have a plan of how. They're just going with the flow. Everybody's going with the flow. They don't have a concrete plan to how to resolve this issue in Southern Cameroon and to win our independence. Which is why you see so many debates on both sides. But when you see these debates on both sides, people say, oh, you're compromised. Oh, you're a black leg. Oh, you are this. Oh, you... Man, enough of that shit. Nobody will give a fuck about all that. We want independence. We all know that. We all agree to that. We all accept that. But how do we achieve this independence? How do we concretely win this independence? That's the key. And to do that, all Southern Cameroonians must come together. All. That's what is required. They must find a way to work together. They must find a way to create the finances that is needed to sponsor the war. Because this is a war. War costs money. War costs money. And it's not that you say, oh, ask for money, and people will be dishing out money and you think you're going to win the war, because interim government doesn't have a strategic plan to win this revolution. But you know something that I just haven't thought about? To actually win this war, we have to put ourselves in a platform or in a structure where we have the power to change things. And one of the things that we really need to do as Southern Cameroonians, as Ambazonians, is to create a strong military, making sure that our military have all the weapons. With a strong military on the ground, fighting like Republic du Cameroon, and with the amount of diplomacy that our leaders will be working with other international nations, that will give us the leverage. It will give us the leverage to change our outcome in this revolution. But if we don't do that, Southern Cameroonians, if we don't make sure that all our leaders, all our military men and women, all our fighters, all our warriors who are fighting, have the best weapons to defend and protect the land of Southern Cameroon and the people of Southern Cameroon, and keep all this bigotry about all this fighting, in-house fighting about this military and that military, and concentrate concentrate on the number one enemy that we're facing. Concentrate on the number one enemy, which is the forces of La République du Cameroon. Even with all these leaders flying, the Francophones, the Commonwealth, and all of those international bodies are now in Southern Cameroon trying to look at it, won't change shit, because they're coming there, they already have their own interests. They're not coming there to make sure that Southern Cameroon is separate from the Republic of Cameroon. They're coming there to find a way to convince Southern Cameroons to stay with the Republic of Cameroon so that they could drop their weapons. Because for them, they see that as the most easier way to do it. The most difficult way is to separate, which is they don't want to go around that route. So they want to make sure that they can find a way, an amicable way to make things work with Southern Cameroons and La Republic. And which is why people are some of them even saying that, they might try to kick Paul Biya out and put somebody else. And then blah, 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 blah. Then we would just stop the revolution. That won't work. Because the minds of the people want independence, they want freedom, they want sovereignty, they want a nation of their own. Because to tell the truth, Southern Cameroonians are completely different in the way of thinking to La République du Cameroon, which means that it's impossible to make it work, because we've even tried to make it work for the past 50-something years and it hasn't worked, which is why it has led to this revolution, this war. This is King Etchu. Till next time, I'm out.